I noticed you called, like we were expecting you at 9:20 or something, so I'm Pacific, 12:20 Eastern. We're a couple minutes late for you. I apologize, but you were also a few minutes early. So do you have that Coughlin time thing going for
I
you
do
too?
not. I was just trying not to waste your time, Rich.
Oh, my gosh.
Trying to be on time.
Uh-oh. So I apologize if I'm wasting your time.
You're not at all.
Okay.
I enjoy hearing the stories.
Okay, no, good. Great. I appreciate that because I never know when coaches are being passive-aggressive with me, or that's just my own.
No, okay. I'm direct, Rich. There's no passive aggression.
All right, so then let's get right into it. Coach, when did the Falcons appear on your radar screen? When did that happen for you?
Well, yeah, right when our season ended. We had set up a Zoom. Everything was kind of like, I was joking, it was kind of like speed dating. And you had all these Zoom interviews where, from my understanding, years past, a team may have flown in or they would have flown me in just to start the first interview. So it was definitely interesting. Got to talk to a lot more people by doing the Zoom. But right after that Monday after our season ended.
So how, because I know meetings pre-pandemic would take hours and obviously presentations that you would have already. Is that how long, like what is an interview through, a head coaching interview through Zoom like? What is that like, Coach?
They were all different, depending on the team and how they structured them. I mean, most of them, they had an outline of, questions they wanted to hit, and it just depended on how many people were on the Zoom call. But, the thing that probably helped the most is since March of last year, everybody has adapted to Zoom. We certainly use it. I'm sure every NFL and college team in some way, shape, or form. So it's pretty familiar with the format. It would have been a lot different if we'd done this a year ago and I didn't know what Zoom was. But
right. Okay. And so who's your coaching influence? Who was that?
I've had a lot of them. I've been very fortunate. I was in Tennessee for a long time, was a part of a lot of different staffs. Certainly, coming from college, I was coached by a guy that had a lot of NFL ties, and John Bunning. And John had been around. He'd been a Dick Vermeil guy, and he was influential to me at just teaching me his perspective of the NFL. And then I got to Washington, got to work for Joe Gibbs. Stayed on through the Jim Zorn transition, and then when I got to Tennessee, Mike Munchak and Ken Wisenhunt, Mike Malarkey, and Mike Vrabel, and then I'm leaving out a bunch of assistants. But I've been fortunate. I've been on a lot of different staffs. So,
but when you I have a guest on, and it's first time I'm interviewing you, and I kind of look up your history. There is a period in between the Washington time and then when you appeared at Ole Miss. What were you doing? Were you still trying to stay in football? Were you?
I was. In Washington, a big part of it was I had a great experience there. It was trying to transition out of there and going somewhere. There was no influence of my father, so that was really, I was looking for another job. I had a great. It's good when you get in those entry level, but really to make it on your own, you want to be somewhere to kind of separate yourself.
Yeah, your dad is the founder of FedEx, right, Arthur?
Correct.
Okay, so you like things done overnight? Is that basically the way you grow up, or how does that?
Well, certainly learned a lot from him.
Right.
It just depends what it is. I don't think I try not to be a snap judgment guy and try to think things through, but certainly sped up the world, that's for sure.
No, I know. It must have been interesting working in FedEx Field, too. Just all over the place. I don't know, you're making sure that the signs are all perfect as well as getting your job done. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.